All right, day 19 done. This one's a sample flip. I'm starting a new tradition I call Sample Flip Sundays, where every Sunday I'm going to flip a sample, and that's going to be my song for the day. When I first set out on this project of doing 100 songs, I made a personal goal to sample, or just in general, just get better at sampling. So this is my way of implementing that on a regular basis because I feel like it's been kind of random, my like when I sample. And it takes me significantly less time to sample stuff than it does to write stuff from scratch. So this is a way of like ensuring that I'm not being lazy either and just throwing in the towel and sampling. I could sample 7 days a week and not spend any time on this. So by just doing it, limiting it to once a week, then I have all the other 6 days I have to be writing a real song, or not a real song, but I have to be like writing it myself. Okay, here we go. So this song, it's from a song called Triangular Girl by Pearl and the Oysters. I guess it can be described as like a techno jazz band. That's how I would describe it. Like the form of this song is really a jazz standard. So yeah, I just grabbed different parts, different loops here and there. I think it's interesting, the sampling workflow, at least the way that I figured it out for myself, of like trying to find 4 counter 8 counts and then throwing them together. Actually, I don't even I need to pay more attention to samples, like listening to them intently and counting how often they loop. I think I just kind of subconsciously hear it, but it'd be interesting to go through some songs that I really like Duckworth, and really count, like, okay, let's count how many beats each sample is, and like when does it restart or when does it go to something else. I think that'd be a good exercise, because I don't really have the necessary context, I think, to really understand the tradition of, because like this is in 6/8, so it's a 6 count, 4, 5, 6, like it's every measure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, loop again, 4, 5, 6, loop, and then this is a 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like, is that something people do? Could it be longer? Could it be even shorter? I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to like talk to people who do sample flips often as well and discuss this kind of thing. I really don't feel like I have any friends who do this like professionally. You could talk about this stuff. Certainly I could talk about, the math of song form, like the other songs I do, like verse, pre-chorus, bridge, chorus, like the theory behind that and how to arrange it. Is it a minor chord? Is it a major chord? That sort of thing. I don't really talk about my friends about sample flipping. I think I'm also new to it. This is the 4th song I've ever flipped in my life. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I think there's an art to it for sure, and there's an ear for it too. That's what I would like to develop with the Sample Flip Sundays, is getting an ear for hearing different parts of songs that I could loop, because I feel like sometimes I hear that, but most of the time I have to listen to the whole thing like over and over and cut it up, and then I'm like, okay, I have all these pieces, but how am I going to fit them together? And then it's just trial and error and lots of labor to make stuff work or to figure out what works. So I think it'd be cool to develop this skill of just intuitively knowing or being able to guess with better accuracy, like, oh, okay, I have all these samples that I've cut up, like these are the 2 that are going to go together, these are the 3 that are going to loop easily. I guess I maybe have that kind of instinctively just from being a musician and understanding chord progressions and changes, and knowing, I can only put these 2 samples together because they make sense in the context of the original song. That's another thing too. I feel like I'm sampling still kind of in the context of the real song. I'm not putting crazy pieces together, I'm pretty much following the chord progression that's already in the original recording. And again, it's just like, is that what people do? Is that something is that what sampling is? Should I be trying to not do that? Should I be trying to just combine as many different sections as possible into like a weird conglomeration? I don't know. Maybe that's a limitation I can put on myself next time, is I have to make, because I'm also organizing these in like different, I guess, loops, or like different ideas. Yeah, different ideas really is a better way to put it. Like that was an idea, and this is another idea. Like it's another idea I had of stuff that could go together. So it's really organized as 3 ideas. But it'd be cool to come up with an idea where I'm taking stuff that's not from the same part of the songs. Because this is from the B section of that song. You know, it's an AABA, the jazz standard form. So this is all from different B sections. Right? Like this is from the solo section, that main loop. And then the other B is from like the outhead, I think. Yeah, I think it's from the outhead. So still, you know, contextually it still kind of makes sense because it's pulls from the B section, so it's still flowing how the song would. It's not like I'm taking it from somewhere else and throwing it in. Which I could do, you know, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I should try to do that next time and make something real wacky. And this song is also the first song that I've sampled that's like new. Like this came out this year, no, I guess last year in 2024. But recently, I think in like September or October it came out. Whereas the other three songs I think are from that I sampled, I think from like the 70s or earlier. So that's another challenge that I want to put to myself is not only doing old stuff but doing new stuff. I think it's, in a way, it's kind of harder to do new music because it's just not the tradition. I feel like the tradition of sampling, especially sampling in hip hop, is to take older recordings, like from the 70s, from the 60s, from the 50s, like even earlier. And not often are people taking stuff that's like real modern. So that's something I want to consider too for the next song I pick is something new. Just because I feel like it adds to the challenge and it's going to make me better at doing all this stuff, which is the whole point of me doing this anyways. All right. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, SoundCloud in the description. All the plugins and everything I use also in the description. Thank you very much. Goodbye.